5, the Rainmaker. Let's talk about level 5 of 6, by the way. Only one level left in this pyramid of financial freedom. So let's talk about the experience of level 5. What does that feel like? What does that mean? And what are the focuses for you if this is your level to emphasize or to spend time focusing on in the financial freedom pyramid? Before that, hey, it's me again, Jeremy, your favorite financial coach from school.com/financial coaching. So, level 5, the Rainmaker. This is like abundance and multiplication. So, in level 4, it's really about risk taking and leverage. So, if you're on level 5, you risked it for the biscuit and you got the biscuit. Okay, that's what level 5 is. And basically, doors start to open on level 5. And I'll explain how within the 3 resources we talk about, relationships, time, and money. Um, but basically, you start to be able to tap into time that just wasn't there before, relationships that weren't there before, money that wasn't there before. It's almost like you're, I don't know if it's just your own internal development or the clout or just the perception of you from the outside, or just a lucky break that maybe you got or a combination, but basically you become like you start to actualize. It's not just here's how many dollars are in your account and now you're on level 5. There's this experience and this transformation that I've been describing. And when you're on level 5, it's like you're starting to become a different person. And that transformation is unlocking new opportunities for you that just weren't accessible in your prior existence. And so let me break that down. First, with time. Um, and just one more note, real quick, is like you're basically, as far as the rainmaking, like, yes, there's money. Okay. Like you're having larger cash flows, in terms of dollars. Your percent returns, your percent growth is increasing. The quantity of your streams of income are increasing. It really is what you think it is. Like money's starting to flow. But let me kind of explain what I was getting at, starting with time. So with time, like on level 3, you are spending your time. Like you're doing everything yourself. You're working on yourself with your time. In level 4, this risk taking level called push the tempo, you are starting to pay to access other people's time or in some way use your influence to access other people's time. But it's your effort connecting to other people's time. In level 5, it's like this rainmaker level, people are offering you their time. They are finding you, and often they're offering their time for free or even paying you to work for you. That might not sound real, but it is very real. And I can give a couple examples, honestly. Like, um, for example, like with my coaching business. So I'm a financial coach at school.com/reselling. I'm also a school.com/financial coaching, but I'm also a reselling coach at school.com/reselling. And in my reselling group, like people are paying me, right, to teach them how to start a reselling business. But I have never coached someone before in how to start a reselling business. So it's very much at the pilot group level. Now, often if I was going to try something new, a pilot, like I need to develop a skill or an experience, and it's going to require training. Often, if I'm at level 1 or level 2, what that means is I need to try to find someone and I need to try to intern under them, and maybe I'll work for free, or can I edit some content for you, or whatever the skill is. When you're needing to develop a skill, usually it's going to cost you money to develop that skill. I'm trying to develop my skill as a communicator and as a coach, and these people in the reselling group, like they're not I'm not paying them to be in the group. They're paying me to be in the group, even though they know and I know, like I've communicated it, it's not hidden, They know that it's a test run, an experience for me that I'm growing as a coach. And even in my financial coaching group, it's very much a work in progress. There's many, many hundreds and thousands of videos I haven't made yet. And of course, the cost of the group will go up as the group content matures. But right now, there are people that are like, you're paying me, yes, for coaching, but also hopefully I'm a better coach than I am in the future than I am now. And hopefully there's more content available on that platform in the future than there is now. And you're paying me to develop that content versus paying me for something I've already made. And so I'm accessing other people's time because their feedback is helping me. I'm able to review the results that they're getting, and I'm learning more how to communicate, how to be a coach. But I'm not paying for their time, and I'm not using my time. I mean, I am using my time as well in this example, but others also pay me for uh, offering their time. So, and there are plenty of examples. Okay, don't get caught up in the examples with relationships. On level 3, sharpen the axe. You are making every relationship yourself. In level 4, you start to tap into other people's relationships. You're networking. Hey, like maybe you're recruiting, or is there someone you can refer me to, or someone else knows someone that you want to know. In level 5, it's like people, like your reputation goes before you and people are finding you. Like new networks, new spheres, new relationships are coming to you and offering that relationship. People you've maybe never met before. And hopefully that's simple enough for you to understand. But it's very real, very real. If I get an email from someone that wants to be a client at BR Legacy that I've never met them before, but they've just like found me and I didn't find them, relationships, or I've gotten emails about people that want to purchase Budget for Life from me. I've gotten emails um, from YouTube, from people that want to connect in some way or join a group in some way. So relationships, right, start to become easier because it's not you connecting, it's them connecting. Time gets easier because it's not you leveraging time, it's time that's being offered to you. Same with money. On level 3, in Sharpen the Axe, you're spending money to invest in yourself. You're spending money to invest in businesses, to invest in your business. You're spending money to develop your skills. In level 4, you're starting to double down. You're maybe taking on leverage. You're borrowing money, potentially, right, to try to focus in on certain investment opportunities. And in level 4, like your money does start to begin working for you beyond your personal contributions. So in level 3, like it's like you're putting in all the dollars, and maybe those investments make some money, but it's not meaningful. In level 4, it's like your money is running a race faster than the pace you can run, right? So there is an increase for sure. In level 5, it's like money is like almost detached from your money, your investments, your time. It's like money is flowing into your accounts beyond you, your personal effort, beyond like the personal risk you have assumed, right? Other people's risk, other people's money, other people's businesses start to all of a sudden become accessible to you. And making more money becomes more of a choice, like which way do I want to focus on versus like how do I do it? It's like money comes easier in this rainmaker level. It's not so what can I do to make money? It's not so who's someone I know or what's the way that I can increase the leverage around money. It's like no, I don't have to think about where's money going to come from, like as in like how can I? I'm not solving a problem of money on level 5. On level 5, it's like there's money everywhere. What am I to do? It's rain, right? You used to be digging for wells, and you were digging for wells. And then on level 4, you were like, man, maybe someone else has a well, and let me find those wells. And maybe there's a lake somewhere. Let me find that lake. In level 5, it is raining. There is water everywhere. And so it's just like a different type of world as it relates to money. And that number amount is going to vary person to person, but hopefully you can understand this experience that I'm describing and how it's a little bit different from the, ooh, let me take a risk, let me take a big step, let me double down, let me focus in, let me, really lean into risk analysis, and is this going to pay off? With level 4, with level 5, you've got some biscuits. You risked it and you got some biscuits. And you can risk all those biscuits again, and level 3, 4, 5 certainly can be like a flywheel effect of, okay, there's a transformation that's happened from 3 to 4 to 5, and now can I take the transformed me, and is there a new way that I can re-engage with 3 and with 4 and with 5 that accelerates my and expands my pyramid, maybe from what my natural pyramid would have been. Maybe I can grow the base of level 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and begin to expand out to increase my overall ceiling potential. Certainly. But what's next? So that's kind of what it's like, or how I would describe level 5, the Rainmaker. What's next, or what do you focus on at level 5? Obviously, there's a lot of optionality. There's a lot of choice when it comes to this. And one thing I'll say is, from a pure decision-making perspective, like, a lot of people don't have a desire for anything more than level 5. Like, if they reach Rainmaker, that's the dream. And if that's you, like, you're satisfied, you're happy, you got a biscuit, then honestly, what you really lean into at level 5 is insurance, de-risking, work-life balance. I mean, it's very much like, how do I maintain, what kind of indefinite lifestyle can this nest egg or this business support? And how much of my time can I begin devoting to leisure and just health and wellness, self-actualization, and let me kind of fade out of, finances as a primary focus and goal of mine, and work as a primary focus and goal of mine. That is one choice you can make at level 5. That would be, in a sense, you tapping out of the pyramid of financial freedom, because there is a level beyond level 5. And so if you want to ascend, there are some things you can do at this stage. Certainly, like, ROI analysis becomes much more important at level 5. At level 4, it's a lot of risk analysis. Like, how do I know which option to choose in terms of, I want there to be payoff, but I also can't, I can't lose my lunch on this because of the nature of this risk taking, whatever. And it's kind of that stomach churning experience. With level 5, it's not so much stomach churning. Like, you don't have to overemphasize the risk analysis, because it's like, hey, option A, B, and C, they're all great. They're all going to make money. It's all going to work. Like, it's not so much like, can this help me, or will this be good? It's just, what's the best? So you're focusing a lot more on the finance part of your brain. The evaluating ROI, opportunity cost becomes a lot more significant at this level. So that's a big piece. I would still say, even if your focus is growing the pyramid, ascending the pyramid of financial freedom, I would at level 5 recommend some level of ringing the register, some level of like getting some chips off the table in terms of how much risk did it take to get to level 5. And you don't have to double or triple down that risk. It's like, let's go ahead and like acknowledge that you have succeeded enough to the point where you now have something worth protecting. And that's an awesome place to be. And it's not worth probably leaving the whole thing unprotected. It's probably not. I have learned this mistake in my life a couple times over, honestly, and like, I would say at level 5, like when you're making it rain, it's like it's more important that it keeps raining than it is like how much water's in every drop, and how do I get a huge funnel to catch as much of this rain as possible. Like it's really more important that like let's make sure it keeps raining. And if it's going to be raining every day and every night, like the ground's going to be wet. You know what I mean? Like if it's raining, we're making money. So let's let it keep raining. And part of that's ringing the register, taking some gains. And that could look like a lot of different things. And depending on where your money's coming from, could be selling a minority equity stake in a business. It could be going from 100 hours of work a week to 60, like, and just kind of ensuring your personal health. It could mean a lot of things. Maybe there's a relationship that was really key to get you to level 5, but maybe is fraying in some way or seems risky or dangerous in some way. It could look like a lot of things, but you do want to make sure it keeps raining. No doubt. No doubt. A key of level 5 is maximizing enterprise value rather than maximizing your take-home pay. So if you have a small business, like you probably in level 4 are thinking, how do I make this thing really cash flow? And like you made some moves, you got to level 5, it's raining. You made it rain. Now, instead of thinking, how do I get this cash flow to more cash flow? Now it's like, how do I make sure that I'm maximizing the value of this business? Because the business valuation and the eventual sale of the business or not is going to dramatically impact your net worth beyond what the marginal difference of your wages will. If you're an employee, it's the same thing. You start fighting for, okay, how do I get a bigger cut of this business? And then how do I increase the value of this business? You want equity stakes more than you want high income. At level 3, level 4, you might be focused on how do I just grow my income if you're in that employee world. But at level 5, you're starting to think about how do I maximize enterprise value? Ultimately, mastering business, whether you're an entrepreneur or an employee, but being very business minded is a key of level 5. Ultimately, most economic output, most GDP, like the biggest like money driver in our globe is business. And so naturally that's going to be the biggest opportunity to drive your personal money pie as well. And so you maybe haven't really mastered business or thought about it that much in level 3 and 4. There's probably some level of it. But it's really what you start to focus on more and more in level 5. Even on the investment side, like maybe you go from, I'm investing in some companies to like I'm an active investor. Like I'm trying to get a stake in this company to influence leadership in this company. You know what I mean? Also, you want to consider hiring and expanding your professional team at level 5. So it could be CPAs, financial advisor, or multiple financial advisors, even a legal team potentially, or a social media content team, like personal branding development. There's a lot of optionality in terms of strengthening yourself and positioning yourself to continue to ascend. And you don't want to be a one-man race when it comes to ascending into level 6. And so level 5, that rainmaker stage, when it's raining and it's pouring and it's still raining and it's still pouring, you want to make sure that you are locking arms with the right people that's going to allow you to continue your path. That's if, again, you're still hungry. Like you're wanting more. Maybe it's not just about personal net worth for you, but it's about impact. It's about fulfillment. It's about generosity. You're starting to think bigger than just yourself. If that's the way you're wired, then hey, let's keep ascending this pyramid. Let's get to level 6. But those are some focuses for you at level 5. That ROI analysis, by the way, that applies to relationships and time as well, not just money. But again, it's that opportunity cost, assembling the right amount of people, doing the right things with your time. What's the most important things I can be doing? what can I get off of my plate, not from a work-life balance perspective, but from a maximizing ROI perspective. That's what level 5 is all about. If you are here, congratulations, guys. Congratulations. It is a fun place to be, and it certainly starts to whet your appetite for level 6. So I'll save that for another video. Talk to you guys soon.